anything besides play my intro, which I may start doing again. So, welcome to Thursday, July 20th. Yes. And I really didn't want to do this morning. Really didn't want to do this. And that's why I gave this the title of what did I give this the title of? It's easier to talk about things than doing them, right? Much easier to talk about things than do them. Much easier for me to get on here and talk about all the things I know how to do and not do them from time to time. But what are the things I want you to think about today? The things that I want you to think about today are, what are you telling others to do, potentially giving advice, whatever else? What are you teaching? What are you conveying just by being who you are? And are you actually being that at the same time? And the way to fix that, the reason I got on here this morning is because I love this. It makes me more accountable because I don't go out into the real world very often. Unfortunately, I need to go out more. But by doing this, it holds me accountable to being what I'm trying to teach and get out there and just share, because I love it. I enjoy it. And if one thing I say can help somebody, it makes me happy. So if you get in a really pissy mood, what happened was I got a phone call this morning that I didn't appreciate. I didn't like. It wasn't, but it was something that happened from the past, going back to that came back to bite me in the butt because of a decision that I made. And it really pissed me off. I was like, ugh. So I gave myself a couple of minutes. It literally was like 10 minutes ago. Should not have even just like dealt with it at the time, but I did. And oh man, was not a happy camper. And then I realized, you know what? I have 10 minutes till 8:30 Mountain Time. And that's when I usually get on and try to let the world know something insightful that might make your day a little bit better. Give you a new perspective on being more effective and efficient and productive and focused and a better person all the way around. And I thought, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that thing at 8:30. I want to get on here. And then I realized I would just sit and be pissy and angry and frustrated if I didn't. And also, it's a good reminder that everybody has real lives outside of the virtual fake world that we're on in the social medias and everything else. So all the things look rosy and special online, right? And they're not always. So, other thing I wanted to point out about yesterday, really quick, is giving credit where credit is due. A lot of times I don't always remember where I get things from, or sometimes I think I come up with them myself, which I do. What I got yesterday, the event plus response equals outcome, that came from Dr. Rob Gilbert, who does the Success Hotline. I think I put the phone number in at some point in the past. I'll put it in there again. It's like, I think he does a podcast too. I call in on the phone just because it's easy. And he's a sports psychologist, and the event plus response equals outcome works for anything. I love sports psychology. I love all kinds of that stuff. Anything that has to do with peak performance and mindset and mental performance and mental toughness and discipline and willpower and getting things done and doing more than you think is possible. So, just wanted to jump on here and say that all of that, give credit where credit is due, and make sure that you're not just talking about what like your kids should do, your spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, and giving great advice. A lot of times we have great advice, and sometimes we need to just walk in the bathroom and look in the mirror and tell ourselves that same thing. That's what I had to do this morning. And it really helped. Look, I'm smiling now. And I got some juggling in and all of that. So remember, we're all real people. We all have things to deal with. And go out, be around some people, get on the phone with somebody, something, and that will kick you out of, make a commitment to do something for somebody else when you are in a bad mood, when something that you don't like happens. Because it'll force you, hopefully, it will force you to pull your whiny crybaby butt out of the funk, because that's me this morning. Whiny, well, what was me? And force you to pull yourself out of that, because helping other people gives you the motivation with some inspiration, a little bit of both, to make somebody else's day better. Going back to the Good Karma Challenge, I don't like how those stuff kind of ties together. I don't know. With that said, have an amazing day, because it's better than the alternative.